Hey everybody, it's Mr. Kimball here. This video is for the week of October 21st through the 25th. That'll be the beginning of our quarter two material for all classes. I want to start this video with a quick review of what we did last week. We had a short week last week. My senior classes did take their post-test for their no red ink skills for quarter one. Those are already in the computer. And then all classes spent some time with the self-assessment of skills document. At the beginning of quarter one, I had all of my students self-assess to see where they are with the Common Core learning standards and see how they rate themselves and as far as their competence with doing those. And I thought it was a very good idea at the end of this quarter to go ahead and revisit that. And on that document, we added all of our assignments that we had through quarter one, and we aligned all of our standards with those assignments. And there's a combination of that information and also being able to see where the students evaluated themselves at the beginning, and they can have conversations with me or with parents and administrators and counselors if they need to kind of see where their skills are and see if those assignments are actually addressing the skills that are needed. So I thought that was a good process, and I feel like I learned a lot through that process, and hopefully the students are feeling the same way. It's an attempt to answer the question, why are we doing what we do? And they can see that all on a piece of paper. As we move forward, I want to remind everybody that our communication is switching. We are getting away from GroupMe and moving to a platform called Remind. Some of you may remember that from a few years ago. That is coming back. We are getting instructed from our administration to switch to Remind. All students do have the access code for the classes. I do have them at the bottom of this document, so parents, feel free if you want to get involved. This would be a nice, easy platform for you. I like this platform personally because it does eliminate the group chatter and the social media feel that the other platform allowed. Whenever I send out messages, it's pretty much a one-way communication. So if anybody replies back to that message, it comes to me only. It doesn't go to the whole group. So you're not going to get your phone blown up by everybody having comments in that group. After I send out a message, if you reply, it just becomes one-on-one conversation between you and me. That's very valuable for the students. And I feel like parents, if you want to get involved with that too, that's a great way to get a hold of me. That way I'm not giving out my cell phone. You're not giving out your cell phone. And it does scramble the cell phones. That's another reason why I personally like Remind, because I never really have your direct cell phone number. It's through the program, so it scrambles them. Okay, moving on as far as the content and what we're going to be starting with this upcoming quarter. For No Red Ink, my seniors, both the regular senior English and the applied English, are going to be starting with thesis statements. We're going to be doing a lot more writing along with our literature pieces that we have. So we're going to be talking about thesis statements, and then we're going to go through the entire writing process this quarter. So we're going to start with thesis statement, get that started, and then move on from there. Freshmen, your no red ink skill, it's going to be a little bit different this quarter. I've decided to give you more direct instruction. We started in quarter one. I had you take some notes on grammar definitions and terms, and I said that we would revisit those and start adding to those notes. We're going to do that for second quarter for quite a while, and we're going to get very comfortable with sentence structures, specifically simple, compound, complex, and compound complex sentences. We're going to be working on that, and I feel like it's going to be better if I just give you direct instruction and have that back and forth conversation with you in that process and guide you along the way. For literature, this is going to be a little bit difficult for me, only because we're going to go to I am going to be going to 3 preps instead of 1 or 2, and that's okay. It'll be an opportunity for me to bring back some of the Shakespeare things that I used to teach over and over in my previous lives, which I'm pretty excited about. So regular senior classes, you're going to be covering Hamlet. And my freshman honors, you're going to be covering Romeo and Juliet. So that would give me a couple of opportunities to teach Hamlet in different ways. And then the applied English 4 class is going to be covering the book Light Between Oceans. Obviously not a Shakespearean piece, more of a modern piece, but it'll be something a little more manageable for you guys. So with the literature, it's going to be a little chaotic for me, teaching 3 different things, but I'm up for the task. So if I'm up for it, then you guys need to be up for it too. So let's get started with a bang on quarter two. Um, as far as contact information, parents, students, you know the deal. You have my email address. I do need to change that GroupMe messages to remind messages. So I'm just going to change that real quickly while you're all watching me as I mess up my stuff here. So this is going to say remind messages. And then we also have the Skyward messaging system. You know, I send out the videos, which I'm going to send this video out through Skyward messaging system, and then also through the remind message platform now too. On this document, which you'll get this in email, I'm not going to leave this up for very long, but you have access to your individual classes. So students know which class you are in. Parents ask your child, so you sign up for the right class if you want to do that. This is real easy to sign up. You just go into your text message, and it's as if you're going to send a text message to one of your friends, but instead of the 10-digit number, it's just this 5-digit number, 81010. And then in the message, instead of saying, hey, how you doing? You're going to put the @ plus the code that follows. So please make sure you just get the correct code. Again, it's kind of pointless to get all the other classes because the communication isn't open to everyone. So you're already going to get direct message for the individual class. So there's no reason to add the additional classes if you don't need to. I did, though, throw in Niceness is Priceless. Always looking for new members there. And then the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, I am the adult sponsor for that. So that code is also there. So if students, if you are interested in joining Fellowship of Christian Athletes or Niceness is Priceless, you are more than welcome to do that through Remind also. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a fantastic week, and I will talk to you later.